Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of Ore. I'm getting real tired of building this road, so I'm going to take a break. We're almost over to the original plant. Not quite. I got a little more rolling to do, and of course a lot more weeds to chop out. But today we're going to be moving some dirt. I was just kind of doing some of this, letting the nighttime pass. I've got nighttime on the quickest multiplier, so it should go by fairly quick. Where's the moon? The moon might have set already. So I'm going to let it go ahead and cycle through till daylight. And we're going to go up and we're going to move a bunch of material. That's the plan today. Dig down into the mountain and just move material. So I will see you in the daylight. Alright, I'm going to see it earlier than daylight. I just noticed you can't see squat from the cabin here. It's so... The windscreen's so dirty. I think I need to pressure wash it. I'm actually curious if that will help it. Let's turn the vibro off. Then hop out of here. I should have a pressure washer. Yeah, here it is. Stick that up there. Let's wash this thing real quick. I like how he double holds it. He's like death pistol grip on the pressure washer. Pretty sure it's like Farm Sim where you just have to hit the vehicle anywhere and it cleans the whole thing. Alright, E to enter vehicle. Nope, that didn't help at all. Okay, well that's interesting. You can't see outside. Go back to free follow. Looks like the sun's coming up, so I'll see you in just a bit. So here's another phenomenon I've noticed. Phenomenon? There we go. Say that word right. It says trees will regrow on green grass. I think they regrow on dirt too. So I occasionally come through here and there's a tree in the middle of the road. And more plants. So I don't know how I guess we pave maybe to prevent that from happening. Oops. So might have to look into asphalt production. If I was going to do asphalt, I'd kind of want to make it myself. I'm not sure if that's even in the game. Haven't really paid that much attention. Anywho, it's actually all the vehicles as well. At night with the lights on, you can't see outside the cab. It's just too bright, glaring off the windscreen. It's a little cloudy. I'm hoping it clears up. Gets a little more clear. I've got it set to cloudy, naturally, but a little light role play will make the weather change. Alright, I think the lights off is going to be the way to go here. And I don't remember if that's turned on or not. Let's go take a quick look. Where did I leave off up here? Oh yeah, I put the footings down. We were getting ready to move on and dig out some more. So let's continue on down and we'll see what we can find underneath this coal vein. Maybe nothing. Maybe something. I gotta get the zoom back in. Hold on while I scroll my mouse wheel 50 times. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Woo! Yeah, I zoomed in a little too much for being out here. I can't see where I'm at. So I've had a few comments here and there, and thank you, by the way, for all the comments. This series has really done well for my channel. Lots of people like it, and I like the game too. That's why we're on season 4 here. But I've had several comments wanting like longer videos to see more of the process. So I'll try to keep that in mind moving forward. And if we rebuild the plant or something, I'll make sure I show all of that. I tend to kind of do that stuff off screen, but if y'all want to see it, we'll keep it in the video. But I didn't want to make a 2-hour video of me building the driveway, so the road. It's boring. I got tired. I was like, I want to go dig some dirt. Something feels A lot more sprightly than usual. Not sure what's up with that. Also, I can't remember the last time I did a clean out up here. Oops. I had the bucket a little too low. I kind of got used to the sequential, and I'm not on sequential anymore. I made a fine mess up here. If you dig the dirt out, it comes back like 10 times its size, so that's what we're running into here. I saw some Cocoa Puffs. I haven't seen Cocoa Puffs in quite a while. Been around out of ore for a while, you know the dirt used to be Cocoa Puffs. It's much better these days. Alright, is that sort of flat? Yeah, there we go. It's sort of ironed back out. Alright, let's get back into the swing of things here. Moving material. I have to keep the bucket a little high coming up because we're backing up so it tilts the bucket down. Just want to keep that load fairly low. It'll get really tippy on you. Especially if you're turning. Almost wasn't close enough. So I'm still just running the single speed, the 1x power input. I don't see myself outpacing that. I guess maybe in multiplayer you would need more speed, but I've not had any trouble keeping up with this, at least until we get a giant loader. This L11 is pretty good size. So I am still running just the 1x speed, if you were wondering. Whoa, what happened over here? Where did that come from? Say what? Something get disconnected? Did I dump that all over the ground and just didn't notice, or what? Or we have some kind of breakage over here. We should have coal in here, right? Yeah, we've got coal in there. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Double check, did we overload the grid maybe? We are right on the ragged edge. I wonder if we overloaded a conveyor somehow and it spilled out. That's interesting. Or if I dumped, did I dump that out? I don't know. I don't think I dumped it out. Tell you what, let's get another solar panel in here. Kind of thinking we might need more power. Because we are like 500 to 500, and maybe that's a problem sometimes. So we'll take a little brief sojourn from moving dirt. I turned off the automatic engine start-stop. I kind of like the fact that you can leave it there idling. The idle sound is really good. We just need some start-stop sounds to go along with the sound. And then the working under load sound is not the greatest in my opinion. You know, they have, it's a small team. Like, I think it's still just one main dev, Christian. And they've got limited resources, so I get it. The game is awesome, so it leaves you wanting more. Alternatively, we could move to wind power. So let's take a look at our options here. So we go to purchase factory power. What was the small wind power? 800 kilowatts. 50 grand. It's a decent investment. But I think it'll be worth it. Let's move to wind power. I'm going to move this guy down. This guy back down here. Go 800 purchase. And if I put this on the grid right there, that should be about right. Although, which way are the... Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, I had a comment that pointed out it looks like the turbine blades are on backwards, but I think what it is they're in their, oh, what's it called? Like park position. So yeah, I don't know. They might actually be on their backwards. Because it does look like they should be rotated 180 degrees. Be in their park position. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just something somebody noticed. Power cable's back up there. Okay, doink and doink. Here we go. And I don't think they spin. They spin? Oh, it does spin when you turn it on. So yeah, those, from what I've seen on wind turbines, those are on backwards. Literally unplayable. Alright, turn that on. So now we have a grid load of... Oh, I thought that was showing the... Oh, this... Right, this can do 500. I was reading that wrong. How much does the solar panel do? It is 500. Okay. Does that mean the... power input 1 speed? I think it just happened to line up and be 500. So, well, we'll keep that solar panel. We might use it at some other outpost at some point to get started. Okay, we're chugging along. We're moving material. Dumping stuff all over the wall over here. Let me clean up this coal mess. I'll have to review the footage. See if I dumped that on the ground or it maybe snuck out of a conveyor somewhere. I know the old conveyors used to come disconnected sometimes and they would spill out. I don't know if that's still a thing. All cleaned up. Well, I wasn't picking up nothing. Need to tilt it down a little further, I think. Huh. What you probably do is make like an actual concrete pad up here. Catch this village. All right, I think if I smack that with a shovel, it's gonna be pretty good. Shovel smacking time. I wish you could jump less than Superman. Like the high jump is, as an option, is fine. But it's kind of ridiculous that like this is your normal jump. So it makes moving around a little awkward. Hey, I'm gonna call that good. Let's get back in the tunnel. I do like having the hopper over here. It makes it super easy to dump into. Still a lot of pay dirt down in here. And so far, oop, I accidentally dumped a bunch out. We'll take some off the roof here. Or not. Okay, it doesn't want to cut in. Alright, well I guess we'll go dump this then. We just got about 3/4 of the bucket here. This bucket's pretty easy to overload, so I'm used to having a lot of material in here. Kind of looks like the coal seam's heading off to the left a bit. Oh, there's stuff over here now. I think my plant's spilling things out. There's pay dirt all over the ground over here. Can we spring a leak? Do I need to rebuild it? Is that a thing? Well, it used to be a thing, you know, like a year and a half ago. It's been a while since I've seen them spill like that. I think we're going to have to take a break and rebuild the plant. Snap everything back together again. Yeah, we're spilling crap everywhere. That's interesting. Pretty sure that wasn't coming out of the loader. Oh, we got coal all over the ground. Yeah, this thing's spilling everywhere. What the heck is going on, plant? Okay, well, let's do a clean out. We'll sell. And I guess we'll rebuild the plant. And see if that stops the leaks. So it wasn't a power problem. I think if I just destroy that, it'll give me all the stuff, but I'm not 100% sure. That's a lot of dirt. We're going to have to sell some dirt. We got just a little bit of, let's get rid of this little bit of crap here. But a full stack of dirt's 14 grand. That's not bad. Dirt. We're going to keep the ore for sure. Got a bunch of coal. I don't need that much coal. We'll keep about 1,000. Silicon ore. Stuff down. Okay, well, let's tear apart the plant, I guess. And actually, let me go ahead and move. Since I'm going to be building this stuff, we'll just move these down. So, digging dirt and rebuilding the plant, I guess is the plan today. Hadn't planned on rebuilding this, but we're losing a lot of material for some reason. So maybe just by placing everything back down, it'll be more better. That's my thought anyway. And I should have started at the beginning here, because the first thing I want is my hopper. Uh-oh. Did it delete my hopper? Is that still a thing if your inventory is full? It deletes it. It's like that could be still a thing. I think I deleted my hopper. Whoops. What else can I sell? I'll sell these. I can always make more. I can always make more of these. They sell for a decent amount. Yeah, I think my hopper is gone. So it'll let you pick up something, and then apparently it just deletes it. Factory production. No, it's under conveyors. Big hopper. It's only 4,500 bucks, so it's not the end of the world. But kind of stinks. I'll buy one of those. There we go, and we're on grid build. That's where we want to be, and it's going to the left. That's where we want to be. So there's that. Some of this dirt packed down, picked up. It's covering up my wood footings. Or footings. Fittings? Footings. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, a lot of good coal in here, and then a ton of pay dirt as well. I should probably grab that with the scooper. It's a decent chunk of pay dirt right there. Yeah, the hopper will hold quite a bit in its buffer, so we'll just dump it in the hopper. So let me know, have you guys seen leaks like that with conveyors? I know that used to be a thing, like I said, a long time ago. Not seen that lately. There we go. It's not a realistic way to pick up a bucket full of material. I really shouldn't have to load that high, but we'll waddle up here. But in the game, you have to tilt the bucket down quite a bit sometimes for it to scoop stuff, unfortunately. I can always backfill that with regular dirt. Bunch of coal back in there too. I might just have to let that sit. I don't think I can get back in there. I guess I could move the wood temporarily. Need to get a storage container just for these random pieces. Have another one under here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, one over from that guy. Need to put a footing back. Oh boy. Made quite a hole there. That sort of worked. Dumped a lot of it out on the ground. I've torn up my nice ground here. Alright, I think we're reaching diminishing returns. Let me get this out of the way a little bit and clean up the grounds. So we have made quite the mess. And I'll have to backfill here. A few places probably. It's all smacked down. Dig some with the pick. And then I needed this guy one block over. There we go. Looks like our left's up there. Alright, well, some of you wanted to see the whole process, so you're getting your fill today. We got a little bit of everything. Now I gotta remember how my plant went together. Okay, so we have the hopper, and I'll just walk through this again. I know, for some reason, it was the last video or the video before that, I guess the algorithm found it or something, and it just shot up in views. So a lot of people are starting in the middle of the series. So if you're not familiar with it, we'll just start here. We've got the hopper. Obviously, you saw me dumping material in there. You can return that back to its inventory, and you can put it back on the belt. So here you can see we picked up, pay dirt, and coal. Put that back in the conveyor inventory, basically. It's a way to just get stuff out of it if you want to. And then we need a power input on there, so let's get that set up. So we have this, ooh, I deleted that one too, didn't I? So yeah, early access woes. I deleted my power input, so I gotta go buy another one of those. Power input, 1x speed. They're 1,500 bucks. It's not the end of the world. So this is what provides power to the conveyors. And then we need a power cable from the power pole to transmit the power over. So when it turns green, you're connected. There we go. So now this is getting power from that wind turbine, which is turned on. So now if I come over here and I turn this on, I can see the unit load. So what this particular unit, what this piece of equipment takes is 142 kilowatts. So right now it's only powering copper. As I add stuff to that, the load will go up. So we need a left, which I think is what I had originally here. So we're going to turn left out of here. And as... Oh, I forgot when you turn that on, it dumps it out. Turn it off! It just conveyors out all over the ground. So we don't want to do that right now. You can do that with your waste dirt if you want. Just have it conveyor out onto the ground. Make a big old pile. Alright, so we're going to turn left here with a conveyor. So now if we come back over here, you can see the unit load is 176. And actually these will always match, assuming you have a single grid. So that little conveyor takes a little bit of power as well. Alright, and then if I remember right, we had an up. So I need my up piece. That just gets it up here into the trommel. But so the trommel was here. We need to come across straight is this piece. Because the back of the trommel is going to come out and go over to the wash plant. So then we have our trommel. And this separates dirt and pay dirt. So dirt and pay dirt fall through the bottom of here and they come out the back. So I need my left-handed conveyor again. Oops, I snapped that on the wrong spot. There we go. So dirt and pay dirt are going to come out the bottom of that. And they'll come around here. So that's snapping on, right? I wonder if I should be building this with snap mode. Do you suppose that's making it leak? I'm building with grid mode, whereas I just want the first piece to be grid mode. Let's redo this with snap mode. There was a slight grid alignment. I could see that causing an issue. Alright, so we want to go to here. We want to change this to snap build. So it's going to snap onto that piece. And then I want my ups on there. So snap to that. Straight piece, snap to that. Trommel, snap to that. And left piece, you guessed it, snap to that. That snaps there, and then this is going to come over to our wash plant. And then the wash plant basically takes pay dirt and separates out the ores, and then it just sends everything on through. Right into storage. So now we can put our storage up here. We got our down piece. I think that's pretty much it. Slap a storage on there, and then we need to come down a little bit so it's not floating up in the middle of the air. I'm going to snap a storage on there. And there is our plant rebuilt. So it's a very simple plant. It's just separating out the dirt and pay dirt, and then everything else, which is basically coal, goes to this storage. Dirt and pay dirt get washed in the wash plant, separates out the ores from the pay dirt, and then everything else goes back in here. So let's see if we're still spilling everywhere. I'm going to actually go drop a save while I'm thinking about it. And we'll see how we get along. Actually, I do have a little bit of material in there. We can turn this on real quick. Get it processing. Use our super power jump. So it's propagating through everywhere. Watch plants go in. Alright, I'll just keep an eye on it, I guess, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, let me get like one more scoop out of here, and then we're going to put some more concrete down. Get some traction on them tires. Whoa! I keep hitting backwards to brake. That doesn't work. When I was doing the dozer work, I had it on sequential. So it's W gas, S brake. I'm trying to unlearn that habit again. Let me get dirt up on here. So you can place dirt, or any diggable material you can place by hand. Get this area built back up a little bit. As you can see, the shovel flattens, smooths out the surface. There we go. It's a little better. Still got a little bit of a dipsy doodle back here, but it's a start. Oops. Yeah, I don't see anything spilling out yet. That was a weird one. I don't remember when I originally built that, if I built it in snap or grid. Maybe there's a slight grid misalignment. That's what I'm thinking might have happened. Alright, let's get some concrete down. And dig just a little bit of this out by hand. Nope. Come on. Snap in there. There you go. Perfect. Just move over to the next one. So on and so forth. Oh yeah, I had been doing this with grid. I wonder if that'll cause issues. It'll surely be fine, right? Go back to grid build for these. Pop them in there. There we go. And then we're ready to continue on. Need to get some more dug off that side, but this one right here we can go ahead and put in place. Get you aligned correctly. There we go. Yeah, coal's kind of twisting off to the left there, isn't it? Well, we'll see how it goes. Also need to dig up. I haven't been digging off the roof very much, so we're going to get squished. Started turning a little early. Don't see anything spilling out yet. Uh-oh. Easy does it. Now that I don't have anything in the bucket, can I get some off the roof? Not sure how this works exactly in this patch. Used to be able to just touch the bucket up there and it would all fall in. It doesn't look like that works anymore. We're gonna find the secret sauce. There we go. Kind of push it into it. Lowered it a little too far. You gotta keep it raised a little bit if you're gonna do the overload. Fuel low. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go get some fuel. We'll just reverse down there. Oh man, all the bushes and stuff are going back. No! I did all that work. I kind of wish the refueling was a little slower. Like, you just have to barely tap the button and you're full of fuel. Alright, while I'm thinking about it, let's go take a look in the store here. So if we look at production, I don't know how you make asphalt. Asphalt plant. Oh, was it in production? I just missed it. Oh, I did. It is right there. Click for more details. Oh, so you just need gravel. You don't even need oil or anything. So we'd have to find stone to make asphalt. And then we would need a paver. Spreads out asphalt. I don't really know what the difference between the L9 and the L9 are. This one has the vibration, and just from looking at it, it's meant more for dirt compaction, I think. Weight's 38, and 238 on the power. It's like all the stats are the same, the price is just different. I don't know if this has a vibration, maybe that's the difference. But it's $250,000 just for the paver. It is unlocked. We have the level requirements. But we need stone to make the gravel. Or I'd have to buy the stone like I've been doing for concrete. I'd really like to get to stone somewhere where we're able to get to it with the equipment. There we go. That works. Whatever I did there worked. So I'll be looking into that in the future. We might need to pave these roads. They don't keep... Oh, look at you. What? What is going on? Where did this come from? What? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This thing has worked fine. And then suddenly we just have stuff spilling everywhere. I wonder if that's a bug. I have noticed before, when I was making the road, that I would scoop up with the loader, and I would dump, like say I would dump on top of this plant, and some of the load would appear here, but some would also appear, like say, over here. I wonder if that's what's going on. Is it dumping, like maybe when I'm digging down there, it's dumping up here? There's something strange going on, that's for sure. It's a beta of a early access game, so there's going to be bugs. Might have to go dig through the Discord and see if anybody's reported this particular problem. It's rather annoying. Now I kind of want to catch it in the act. Anyway, let's do this. I'm going to turn off the plant. And we can just load into the buffer on this thing. And let's see if it keeps reappearing as I dig. Maybe around the hump I made. Sometimes the hydraulics gets out of control. Because that was pay dirt at that time. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Maybe by the time you all are watching this, I'll have figured it out. That's another good point for the new folks. I often have to record on the weekends when I have time. So when you see a video, it may be like a week since I did that. I often record multiple episodes in a row. So I also have a full-time job, really busy during the week. But do let me know if you've seen this before. So I might not have found the issue. I think if I'm thinking right, this will be Thursday's video this coming week. I'm recording this on a Sunday. Sunday, what, the 27th. This will probably be Thursday's video. I've got all my episodes correct. I've got 3 series going on right now. And I've been playing some other games. I was playing some Star Citizen earlier today. And of course I've been playing a little bit Evo Space. I streamed that yesterday. It was yesterday. That Friday. Might have been Friday night. Okay, well, we once again have a big old hole right here. So let's put some dirt down. And I don't know how long this video is going to be. Kind of chopped it up a little bit. Okay, the plant is off, so it should not be running anything out of the plant. Let's see if it still appears. I kind of think it might be that bug where when you dump dirt, sometimes it goes somewhere else. I noticed that, like I said, when I was digging the road. Okay, I've now grabbed the shovelful. It's spilling out of the bucket. Up there before? Might have missed that little spike. Nothing up here yet. Continue to spill. And yeah, I don't see anything up here. Huh. That's a weird one. Well, we'll get a few more scoopfuls, and then I'll call it quits for this video. Just moving material. I'll probably, let's get a few more scoopfuls, then we'll do a clean out. Kind of see where we're at money-wise at the end of the episode. I'm going to cut into the side here a little bit. Let's see if that's where that coal vein went. Might actually level off down here and turn directions. Alternatively, I could mine by hand, like I've done over at the other place, just to see where it goes. I need to get the roller up here and get this flat again. It's kind of hard to see with the shovel sometimes. How flat I'm getting it, and the roller has a lot bigger contact area. Looks like it definitely goes off to the left. Whoa! Took off like a rocket. Now that I'm looking for it, it's not going to appear. Alright, let's give this thing a well-deserved break. Probably actually use a bath as well. Where did my ramps go? Oh, I already put them down. Right. Let's see. I wanted the pressure washer. That's what I'm trying to do. This poor thing a bath. It actually is orange, believe it or not. There we go. All better. Alright, we have no dirt here. Let's turn this on. I'm going to let it run through. And I might do a little time lapse here of it running through. There we go. And when it's on, it'll keep up with me, but it took about 3 minutes to run that through, the little bit that we had left. So I think, yeah, that's all the way through. I'm going to go turn that off again, so it's not quite as noisy. Get away from the idling loader. The sound cuts out completely. It's a little weird. There's a real sharp fall off. It's probably for like performance or something with multiplayer. Anywho, so we got almost a full stack of dirt again. We got lots of stuff to run through the wash plants over at the other place. All right, so gold and silicon get smelted. Those guys get run through the wash plants. And we should have a bunch of coal here. Yep. All right, well, I need to get all the stuff smelted up to see what it's going to bring, but we can sell the dirt and the coal. And then we've got a lot of gold, so I'm going to get that over in the smelters and all this stuff worked up. That'll be quite a bit more money, but we're all the way back up to 212, so we're not doing too bad money-wise. That'll be it for this one. Just wanted to move a bunch of material. Ran into some weird bug, but, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, I think this thing's cooled down by now, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's just take a quick look down here. I like that the coal seams aren't just like uniform. They kind of go all around. It looks like it kind of veers off and heads down that direction. I need to dig a little more over there. But we can kind of get our next set of concrete on here. And we'll see. That's kind of peeling off that direction. I might go ahead and mine down by hand off camera and kind of see where it goes. We're not super far down yet as far as that level, but from, you know, from above us, we're quite a ways down. I don't know how it calculates it for sure, but anywho, that'll be it for this one. Thanks as always for watching, folks. I will catch you in the next adventure. Happy digging. The camera. There you go.